guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So apparently peace was never an option. I am barely on TikTok for a couple days and all hell breaks loose and there is a commune slash cult on our hands. I swear at this point TikTok has become the embodiment of waking up and choosing violence. Every time there's just something new. If it's not a predator, it's a different type of predator, a cult, commune, we'll see. So if you haven't been on TikTok or you haven't heard of Tree is Alive, there's this account on TikTok that pretty much shows you a little inside view of this commune. Now, I'm automatically sketched out by communes because as much as I'd like to believe that it's probably just hippies smoking weed, living off the land, just chilling like it's Woodstock or some shit, we know that most of the time cults don't really tell you, oh hey, we're a cult, we're gonna all kill ourselves. They don't tell you that up front. Most of the time, cults pose as something beneficial, especially for the earth. Beneficial for the earth, beneficial for you, with some kind of spiritual, usually undercurrent. So when I see communes, as much as I would like to think they're well-intentioned, I automatically am like, hold on. So a commune should be just a place where people live in a community setting, usually living in a kind of sustainable way, off the grid. And that's all really it's supposed to be. And we know that a cult is very different from that. Now, if you haven't seen any of the TikToks from Tree is Alive, I'll put some here just so you can see what exactly I'm talking about and why I am not alarmed, but concerned to say the least about this whole thing in its entirety.
I'm going to give you a tour of the garden, a community where you are welcome. This is the office, some perching chickens. This is the free bus with clothes and stuff that you can take. That's the schoolhouse. That's the kitchen bus. The old community cabin. The new tool shed. That's the shower house. The new community cabin. That's the toilet. There's a cabin there. There's a cabin over there. And a cabin here. This is the outdoor kitchen we use in the summer, getting renovated. Over there is the library. A nice pond. Chicken coop. School bus, school bus, school bus. Our watchtower, greenhouse, one of the gardens, the dirt church, and soon to be sauna. Here's the whole thing. You're welcome to join us. The address is in the description. Let's ask everyone if we live in a cult. Jeff, do we live in a cult? Julia, do we live in a cult?
I don't think so.
Brian, do we live in a cult?
Of course it is.
Do we live in a cult? Do we? Alright, she's not telling. John, do we live in a cult?
Hell no.
Find more people to ask. Guys, do we live in a cult?
No, what?
Okay. Thanks. Do we live in a cult?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, great. Carl, do we live in a cult?
No, it's a community.
And the verdict's in, guys. We don't live in a cult. Does this sound like a cult? Provide land to individuals, families, and travelers to learn, teach, and experiment in a variety of sustainable and self-sufficient living skills. A place where those that want to help others can themselves prosper through profit share in a community that provides a more wholesome and earth-friendly alternative lifestyle. To encourage and assist in the application of these skills and ideas in our surrounding communities and among our neighbours. Establish a network of these similar, like-minded communities across the country and beyond, which functions as a way station for those travellers as well as hubs of learning and empowerment for a sustainable future. Family friendly while adhering to a positive work ethic that acknowledges the value of our neighbours and our community as a whole. As inclusive, fair and as efficient as possible while keeping a productive pace. Hold ourselves to a high standard, therefore setting a good example. That's our mission statement. Hi, this is my day in the life, living on a commune. You know what I'm looking for. Coffee. Now it's time to sit in there and answer all your guys' questions. Recently, we've been working on the dirt church. The plan is to insulate it and get it ready for winter and now for me and Julia to move into. More TikTokers have arrived, so I'm giving them a tour. Lunch. Now back to work. Time to pray to our leader. Just kidding. We're an egalitarian community. We have no leader. Now Rel has dumpster dived all that and all this. It looks like we're eating pizza tonight.
At the bottom of each TikTok, there is an address. Now, that is their address, which was one of my first red flags because as much as a commune, anytime I say commune, just see the air quotations, okay? Because as much as a commune might be open for people to come and visit and just see how they're just living this great worry-free life, it's also like you are putting a target on your back. And now maybe that's just me being paranoid, but I'm pretty sure I saw other comments being like, you know, you could easily be targeted now, because the kind of implication or the kind of assumption that a lot of people are making, myself included, also because at the entrance they have a like no violence sign, is that these people don't have a method of defending themselves. Like, do any of these people have any way to really defend themselves? Probably not. Like, I'm willing to bet that none of them have security systems put up. That's for sure that they don't have, because they're living very, very frugally. And I'm pretty sure they don't have any other means like arms. And so putting your address out there is already a dangerous thing to do, full stop. And aside from that, just inviting people generally to come to you is also a dangerous move, because it's like, who are you inviting? You don't even know. It could be anyone on the internet. It could be a teenager. It could be a dangerous criminal. It could be someone with extremist ideologies. Like, you're just opening yourself up to that. And that to me is unimaginable. Aside from what is dangerous to them, because that's the least of my concerns, frankly, because I think they're the dangerous ones. They have essentially tried to take back the narrative that they're a cult, and they've also tried to kind of ridicule anyone that is calling them a cult, because they're saying that they have a mutual decision-making kind of forum every so often where they decide on what they're going to do about X, Y, and Z. So they are claiming to be leaderless.
Now we're going to have council, where we make decisions based on consensus. We write the topics that we would like to discuss. We read the mission statement.
To learn, teach, and experiment in a variety of sustainable and self-sufficient living skills.
Right now we're making a decision about what we should do about some chickens that are injured or diseased. Make decisions with 10 seconds of silence, and the proposal right now is, should we kill the chickens? Now making a decision about what we should do about some chickens that are injured.
So in the clip you just saw, a commune is talking about how they vote to make decisions, and one of the things they're voting on is whether or not to give care to the chickens that are sick and injured on their property.
That's fucked up.
We've actually rescued chickens from situations just like these, so-called eco-villages, and other places that claim to be compassionate but don't care for the non-humans that live among them. Imagine being sick or injured.
It's all pseudo-activism. Like, it seriously is. They do all this in the name of the environment, but it's
unfortunately,
hurting
chickens are very
animals.
Fragile
it's hurting animals. It's unnecessary. They're doing it because they want to. They're not actually doing it for the environment.
These birds are not just accessories or hobbies. But
end of discussion.
You know, if you all are deciding to just leave these chickens to get sick or to be like injured and just not doing anything about it, that's fucked up. And that also goes against their own kind of thing of like peace, love, and taking care of each other and blah, blah, blah. But you're just going to like neglect them. It's always the same person making the TikToks, and this person seems to have some kind of authority, like the dude making the TikToks. So I don't know if he's the leader, but certainly it's going to be impossible for me to believe that everyone is at the exact same position. Like, you can't tell me that someone who's been in this commune for 2 months is going to be the same as someone who arrived 2 hours ago. I'm sorry, no. So that's one of the things they're trying to use to kind of underline the fact that it's not a cult. I'm not trying to make the argument that they are in fact a cult. I would say rather, instead of labeling them with something, I see dangerous behavior coming from their end. And I think that there's a lot that we don't see that is alarming to me. One aspect of this is one of the particular members of this commune has some ideologies that I think are already kind of alarming to me. So you guys might have heard that apparently there was this cat, this wild cat that was like attacking their chickens, and in order to solve the problem, they decided to kill the cat and eat it. Okay, I'm not going to comment any further on that. But then this particular member decided to make a hat out of the cat. This is starting to sound very Dr. Seuss, but it truly is alarming to me. So she decided to make a hat out of the cat, and there's this TikTok which kind of shows this person's Facebook and them kind of showing a lot of their beliefs. So I'm just going to put the TikTok here.
Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of people commenting that this girl made the cat into a hat. And I just want to say, like, about that rumor.
So this particular person is an anti-masker, doesn't believe the virus exists, which they're entitled to believe, but it's like when you're around a lot of other people and random people are coming and going, I find that irresponsible. Whether you believe in the virus or not, like, is it really necessary to have your doors open to anyone to come in and out when there is this pandemic going on? The post that kind of implied that she's immune to viruses or is built different, like she's not like the other girls, that in and of itself is alarming. This same person who is an anti-masker and so on and so forth made a joke about drinking the Kool-Aid. I'll put the TikTok here.
Not again.
Here you go, Julia.
Thanks, bro. Alright.
Oh, I'll partake.
Cocktails, but we could make liquorless cocktails. Yeah, just like, I don't know, maybe that's possible.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh my god.
I'm not controlling my hands.
Quick, drink it. Drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid, guys. Quickly.
It's happening?
Quickly. Tree. Get some Kool-Aid.
Cornbread,
Cornbread, get in here.
the Kool-Aid.
Get the Kool-Aid. Get the Kool-Aid.
Before we all pass out on the ground.
I'm glad you could be here for it.
And right after that joke, decided to kind of lie and gaslight the audience by saying all this.
Hey y'all, so I made a video last night where we're all drinking the Kool-Aid, and a lot of people are commenting about some mass murder that happened that I didn't even know about. So I just wanted to reiterate to people that the Kool-Aid, the term drink the Kool-Aid comes from Ken Kesey's electric Kool-Aid acid test, which was a huge thing in the 60s and 70s where they went around on painted up school buses and they gave people electric Kool-Aid. And there's no bad joke here, it's a funny joke. And I don't even know what Jonestown is, so you guys can stop harassing my posts about the Kool-Aid and just laugh because it's a joke. Ha 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 ha.
So basically this person is claiming that they don't know that drinking the Kool-Aid, like what that signifies and where that comes from. They had a whole different idea of what drinking the Kool-Aid means, which for the most part, I think all of us know that drinking the Kool-Aid relates to Jim Jones and Jonestown and the massacre, and people died by drinking the Kool-Aid, and that was a cult. Not very differently from this commune began with, you know, giving away a lot of your possessions and living off the earth and living together in harmony. Those were the things that were kind of sold. Like no cult begins by telling you, hey, this is gonna end in violence, this is gonna end in us doing really fucked up shit. She made this joke apparently not knowing about it, but then in another TikTok, I believe I recall her referring to Jim Jones when she was saying that a lot of people online were afraid or telling other people to be aware and to beware of this commune. And she was kind of making fun of the idea that they might be a dangerous group of people, which is kind of ridiculous to me.
So it seems to me that we have the younger generation on TikTok is coming on to our videos and being like, oh my God, it's a cult. Oh my God, don't go, be scared, be afraid. And it's like the same people who have only been on their TV and their cell phone watching like documentaries about the Charlie Manson cult and like Jim Jones and all that junk on the internet and on the TV. And then there's like the old hippies from the 60s and 70s who are coming on there and commenting back at them like, no guys, like it's fine, these have been going on, like it's just a hippie commune or whatever. But I just find it humorous that the young generation has no idea. Just come check it out, guys. There's nothing to be afraid of. The only thing to fear is fear itself.
Aside from that, there's also the fact of where this place actually is. If you don't know, there are such places called sundown towns. And sundown towns are places where after sundown, it typically is dangerous for Black people, people of color, people of the LGBTQ community to be out and about. You are in danger in comparison to anyone else. And this place happens to be located relatively near to a couple of them. There's one which is called Selena. I think that is the closest one. And then there are a couple that are like 1, 2, and then 4 hours away. So they are not surrounded, but they have quite a few sundown towns near to them. The reason why this is relevant is because this commune is supposed to be inclusive, friendly to all, whatever, but we're not taking into account of like whatever you believe, whatever the commune believes. It's like we also need to think about what everyone around you might be thinking. People could be put at danger if even just a couple of individuals who are of a fucked up homophobic or racist mindset find out about this place and just come knowing full well, again, that this commune probably has no means to defend themselves if anything negative were to occur. It's only responsible. Like, who in their right mind is going to say, hey, there's this group of people, I don't know any of them, none of them are background checked that we know of, we don't know any of their histories aside from what they say and what they claim. We are in the middle of a pandemic. They live between sundown towns. All of these things alone, who would say it's a safe idea to go there? But she was kind of making a mockery out of the idea that it might be unsafe, which again, stranger danger times like 20 plus chickens. So all of these things put together, like I said, I don't want to label them a cult because putting a big label like that, I don't know. But certainly to me, there are a lot of red flags. And I do think that one of the biggest red flags is this advertisement of their commune, because it really reminds me of outside of Scientology buildings, how they just give out pamphlets. Like I remember I got a pamphlet once when I was outside a smaller Scientology place in another country. They gave me a pamphlet and it just kind of feels like that kind of like trying to draw you in kind of thing. But instead of pamphlets here, they're on TikTok, a place where the algorithm favors videos seemingly randomly and where there are a lot of younger people as well, which is also my concern because I wouldn't want a younger person who might be having problems at home, who might be going through things to just think like, oh, this is the place for me, run away from home and think you are safe, sheltered, taken care of with these people, because I think that's the kind of thing that they want you to believe in. The idea that a lot of younger people are potentially seeing these and potentially being influenced by these TikToks is scary to me. That being said, you guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think it's dangerous? Would you label it a cult? Is it just a commune that's trying to be quirky? You guys let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always. Let's get right into the fan art.